Being a black conservative, I usually have problems explaining to people that being a conservative is not all about dress. It's about fighting for your country. It's about defending your culture and preserving your future. And that's exactly what's going on in the UK as we speak right now. As we speak, UK citizens are protesting against the uncontrolled immigration that is happening in the UK. We've seen, and I've done a video before on this channel showcasing how UK has a Muslim problem.
Is Islam really a problem?
I honestly think that wherever you go in the world, you should respect the rules of the land. Right. You can't try to take over. Okay. And I think the mentality that says not all Muslims, some Muslims believe that Sharia law should be the main law in the UK. Right. It's too far. It's just taking it too far. Yeah. So if I went to an Islamic country, I wouldn't try to impose my values on that country. Yeah. I genuinely believe in live and let live, but you shouldn't try to convert. I don't want to be converted either.
Muslims have gone over to UK as immigrants, and then on their arrival, they suddenly think that they are above the law. They suddenly think that Sharia laws or the laws governing the Islamic religion are the laws that should be applied in the UK. These are immigrants coming into your country and wanting to take over. They want to be the ones controlling the systems. They want to be the ones getting the better jobs. They want to be the ones controlling the housing systems. And the situation has really escalated so fast to the extent that it reached a point where some people considered raising the Union Jack or the UK flag as racist.
One person told me, the right are racist because they are waving the English flag. So the English flag has now become a racist flag. If it's a racist flag, why are you here? Get out, pack your bags and leave. You don't have to be here if the country is racist. But the reason why you are here is because you know there's no racism in this country. You're just doing this because you want to feel some sense of superiority. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so high and mighty because I'm standing up for something. You're standing up to a ghost.
I'm not sure we should be displaying this around the neighbourhood, to be honest.
Excuse me?
Well, it's a very multicultural area nowadays. And I just don't think this represents what we want to be showing around to everyone.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you, but you're worried about the English flag in the English country garden?
Well, yeah, it can be considered quite offensive nowadays.
Our flag can be offensive in England?
Yeah, there's plenty of people in this neighbourhood who would take offence to that just being up right now.
Are you having a laugh or something? Where do you live?
I'm being serious,
Where
mate.
do you live?
I'm from England, man, but
There you go, there's your flag.
No, seriously, that's
proud.
offensive. It's not the 1950s anymore, mate. We can't be having the England flag.
Yeah, and I'm not Alf Garnett either, but that's my flag, and this is my country, and this is my garden. I'll put up what I like. You go to your garden and put up what you like.
I get that, but I really, really don't think this can be up.
What's your favourite flag then? LGBTQ plus?
No, I just don't think we should be showing those type of messages anymore.
Well, I do. It's my garden, it's my flag, and we're in that country.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's ridiculous, mate. It's honestly.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I'm sorry, I can't agree with you. I don't agree with you, and that's the end of it. Okay.
Imagine, something that is supposed to be an act of patriotism is now considered racism in your own country. But in the recent past, I was really glad to see UK citizens taking to the streets and flying their flag up high, with chants suggesting that Britain should come first, which it's totally what is expected. I mean, what do people expect? When you go to Rome, just do what the Romans do.
Imam said to me that they were going to replace the UK government and that there would be Sharia law in Britain. I mean, he told me that was their stated goal.
Of course.
And I said, but, the laws that give you the freedom to fight for this in this country, that's what enables you to exist. And you're going to get rid of all of it. And he said, yeah. And I was like, he's like, well, why are you looking at me? He's like, you guys are the idiots. You let this happen. Even they recognized.
Oh, sure.
They know that they're exploiting your laws, your freedoms. They know they're exploiting it in order to obliterate it. And they fully recognize that we're slitting our own throats and they're laughing at us.
You want full Sharia law for this country?
of this country. I'm working for, our group works for Islam, the restoration of Islam in the Muslim world.
You've revealed your beliefs in the answers.
I believe in Islamic law, and I don't believe in the caricature that you try and present of Islam.
Would you like Sharia law in this country?
I would love to see you want Sharia law in this country.
I don't want Sharia law in this country.
Well, that's your wish.
But you would?
Yeah, but I
would you?
I believe it's the best system, but
So
I'm not working.
Would you like it in this country?
I'm not working.
Yes or no?
You know, the Islamic civilization.
Yes or no?
Was the only civilization.
You'd be very quick to answer everything else. Yes or no?
The Islamic civilization was the only civilization that brought peace to the Middle East for Muslims, Jews, and Christians.
I don't want this country to live under Sharia law.
It's not talking about this. We're talking about the Middle East.
No, but you suggested you wanted it to be under Sharia law here.
You suggested.
Do you or not?
You.
Well, do you or not? What's
I have a question for all the Muslim immigrants who immigrate to the United States. Why would you rather live in America and not live in your current country? Is it because your current country is oppressive? Is it because it's under Islamic rule and you'd rather live under Western rule so you have freedom? Because I think that's why. So my question is, why would you want to live in the United States but still bring Islam with you? Why? If it's so oppressive that you don't even want to live under Islamic rule, then why would you want to spread Islam to the United States if you're coming here to get away from it so you could be free? Please, let me know in the comments, because this is something that me, my followers, and many other people can't seem to understand.
Who wants Sharia law? The Muslims say me. Who wants to live in Iraq? Not me. Who hates America? All the Muslims put their hand up. Who wants to live in America? Me. You left your Muslim country under Sharia law to move to a Christian country. Only they want to bring the Muslim rulership and Sharia law back into the country. Only they want to bring the laws that destroyed your country into the country that's whole, prosperous, and blessed. If Allah and Sharia is so great, go live under the blessing of Almighty Allah. But for some reason, they want to live under the blessing, prosperity of the Almighty God of the Bible. For some reason, they always want to live in a Christian nation. Why? Christ is King. They like the blessing of the God of the Bible, but they don't like the God of the Bible. They like the blessing, the fruit, the results of Christianity, but they hate Christianity. The reason our nation is blessed is not because of our geographical location. The reason our nation is blessed is because of our spiritual conditions.
These recent protests in the UK were more than just people fighting uncontrolled immigration and fighting for the UK citizens to be put first or to be prioritized.
Send them home! 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 Kiss covers the wanker! Kiss covers the wanker! Kiss covers the wanker!
It was citizens fighting for their housing, their jobs. They were fighting for survival and for a better future. In this video, we will be reacting to all this that has been going on. We'll be watching such videos. So just sit back, relax, and let's get to watch some of these videos. And by watching these videos, I know you'll get what I am saying. And please, as we watch these videos, I'd ask you to watch the videos with a keen eye, because I'd really want to know what your thoughts are concerning all this that is going on in UK right now.
I'm not racist, I'm not, but we can't take them in this country, we can't, it's too much.
We have got enough wrong ones of our own. We don't need to be importing any more.
Asylum seekers have been housed in this hotel on the Wirral for 5 years, but protests only started 3 weeks ago, driven by a proposal to move out the families with children who were here and home single men instead.
It's not anything to do with race, nationality or anything like that. If they were coming legally, then that's fine, but coming on the boats and then being put into areas where there's schools, there's nurseries, there's vulnerable children, and we know nothing about them, I think it's a risk to our local area.
The topic of conversation in here a lot is to do with this. I wouldn't even have 100 Englishmen in that. You know, families, they integrate into the population, they go to the schools along with every other child here. You know, and I just think men on their own, why have they left their women and children there?
The Labour-run council here wants the government to reconsider and says it would look at mirroring Epping Council in a court challenge to get the hotel shut. Only a very small number of asylum seekers are housed in hotels in this area. Only 5%, in fact, are in hotels. The rest are in different types of accommodation. But the protests here, although rooted in very local concerns when you speak to people, have become part of this wider question about illegal migration in general, but also what the government is seen to be doing about it.
Doesn't seem to be anything to curtail people. They say, oh yeah, we'll do that, and then nothing happens.
It makes me feel really sad, actually. I'd like to see people be welcomed in our country and looked after.
Shut the hotels down, don't let them in, and get them on the boats, put them back. That's all I can say, really. I get a bit angry.
You get a bit angry. What is it about it that makes you angry?
It just riles me to think we've got our own problems and the homeless, and like I say, and they're given everything.
For people who don't know what's going on in Ireland, just exactly what is happening?
Ireland has gone to the dogs. It's just not our country anymore. It's horrible. You don't feel safe walking the streets. I certainly don't, and I was born and reared in Dublin. I wouldn't feel safe. I don't like me children going out. I don't like me grandchildren going out. But it's not safe. It's gone to the dogs. It really is.
And how has it gone to the dogs?
Because he let too much immigrants in, and not the right ones, unfettered ones. There's not the right ones. What's down here is not, there's nothing wrong with them. They could be fighting in a war, but they're not. But they're just getting money, that's all.
What do the immigrants get here?
Oh, they get plenty. Now one man, a Romanian man, buys off me, and he told me that in their country they get paid for one children's allowance. They get paid for as many as they have here, 10. They're coming from England over here now. Coming from the north, down there, over here because getting more money. You get plenty, to get well looked after. I pay me taxes, I'm paying for these people to be here, and they're flaunting it in front of me every day, just standing around doing nothing, drinking and fighting.
Is immigration a problem in the UK?
No.
Why'd you say no?
Because it's fundamental to our existence.
Oh, why'd you say that?
Because we need it. We don't have enough people being born in this country, we need immigrants, it's simple.
Why does the UK fear immigration?
We're told to.
By who?
The elites that own us. So the capitalists and the billionaires that are in charge that really own us and own our parties, mostly the Tories, but now Labour as well, they tell us to fear it because they need someone to blame for our problems when really they're the ones causing our problems.
Do you think we have overpopulations in major cities?
No, not at all. We've got loads of room.
You think so, really? Because everyone says that the UK is such a small thing, the country is individual small islands. Bringing more people here, we don't have the space for it. Like, do you have any thoughts on that?
I think that's a lie. We have the green belt. The green belt is mostly empty space, and we've killed all the animals in it. We might as well build on it. We need houses. It's the fundamental thing that kills our country and kills our young people. We need to build houses. We need to make them so that people can buy them and own them and stop them being owned by landlords. What's the fact?
So I saw another stat on ITV that in the last 10 years, there's 6.2 million people on the waiting list for NHS and 2 million children in poverty in the UK. Allegedly, that is due to immigration. Well, do you have any thoughts on that?
I think it's not due to immigration. Immigration is the reason our NHS works. The thing that causes that is governments deliberately underfunding and sort of underutilising the NHS for what it could really be. It's nothing to do with immigrants coming in. It's to do with it being badly managed and badly funded.
Was Brexit a good or bad idea?
Terrible idea.
Why?
Fundamentally ruined every aspect of our country, and by every measurable factor, it's weakened us. We can't. The problem is as well with immigrants, the people that don't like immigrants, that want to get rid of immigrants, that would even be easier if we were in the EU. It's weakened everything. We can't do anything because we're not in the EU. We're not the big powerful Britannia that we once used to be, where we were going around the world and slaughtering people. We're a little island that's off the coast of the Atlantic. We need to be in the EU to have any kind of power or any kind of say-so. We need to have fair and legal routes for people to be able to access this country, and if you want to stop the small boats, that's how you start doing it, and eventually by becoming a member of the EU, that would help us do that as well.
And I'll ask you more questions just for fun.
Would you vote reformed? I'm not mental or racist, so no.
You're gonna get me killed, mate. You're gonna get me killed.
In the US, President Donald Trump has become so strict with the issues of illegal immigrants. You know, in the US they have this ICE, or ICE as they call it, which is responsible for deporting illegal immigrants. And that is what the UK citizens are in need of as we speak right now. They are in need of an agency or a commission or a body that will be responsible for deporting all these illegal immigrants. You know, it's not just about people immigrating into your country, it's about uncontrolled immigration. This is whereby people just immigrate, probably illegally or through dubious means, into your country. Illegal immigration is something that it's against every country's constitution, and it's something that should be criminalized. So basically what UK citizens are protesting against is the sort of takeover from the immigrants in the UK, mostly Muslim immigrants. For example, talking about Muslim immigrants, they are kind of prioritizing each other, they are favoring each other, and they only want to associate with themselves. A Muslim wants to only associate with another Muslim. I have seen cases whereby they have taken over churches, and I'm not saying that it's illegal or it's bad for them to purchase these empty churches. All I'm saying is that with Muslims wanting to take over and saying that, verbally proclaiming that they want to take over this country, the UK, allowing them to continue with these ways, kind of buying churches and continuing to expand their territories, is kind of risky. It's a risk to their own existence, and it's also a cultural risk.
A lot of the people who are coming in, I don't want to be too harsh on them, but they have a completely different set of values, especially when it comes to their laws, than we do in the UK. And they seem to want to impose their way of life from where they are from on us. One thing that's certainly happened is more and more sexual assaults, I think, are becoming apparent. There's also a huge increase in gang violence, and it seems like the police seem scared to counteract this. Police have been open about how they're not within their resources to respond to burglaries, for example. They've openly admitted that. However, they seemingly have huge amounts of resources to go after people who make offensive tweets. The internet could well be over-dramatizing that, but the point is, the internet is only showing what other people are seeing. So even though it might not just be happening in your world, what you see with your eyes is not just what there is to see. There's a lot more to see, and that's what the internet is bringing to light.
So that's why most UK citizens who are at least sane are opposing the Muslim takeover in the UK.
What is your problem with the immigrants coming in?
The problem with the immigrants coming in is they're undocumented and illegal. The Irish people can't afford these undocumented male. There's no women, there's no children, it's just men. And then we have also the economic migrants coming in as well. We can't afford it. We have nowhere to put them. The Irish people have nowhere to live.
I mean, many people would say that it's a racist thought, etc., to be saying that. Is it?
No, it's definitely not. We have lots and lots of people here, diverse from everywhere in the world. There's no problem with those people. They have jobs, they come, they work, they make their whole life here. What we're talking about is unvetted, undocumented male migrants between 20 and 35 years of age. There's nothing for them to do, there's nowhere for them to go. They're going to be put in tents at the moment, and it's costing us millions per day for the ones who are in hotels. Our own people have nowhere to live. Our own people are on the streets, in tents.
And funny enough, the problem is not just affecting the UK. Yesterday I did a video about the Muslim takeover in Canada and somehow the Hindu takeover in Canada. Canada also has a similar problem, and it's a problem that has been caused by immigration just the same way. It has reached a point whereby the Indians in Canada also want to take over. They're taking over businesses, they're taking over jobs, they're taking over the housing, they're taking over so much in Canada. It has reached a point whereby their population has really grown in the country to the extent that they now have representation in the government, they have representation in the parliament, and it has reached a point whereby the government is afraid of confronting them. The government somehow, or rather the politicians somehow, fear losing the votes of Indians in Canada because they have numbers, you know, and politics is a game of numbers. So confronting them, a politician may be termed or named racist, and that way they would have lost numbers when it comes to the federal elections. And somehow, because these illegal immigrants have protection from their parliamentarians or they have protection from the government, they kind of feel untouchable. And that is exactly what the UK citizens are fighting against. They are fighting against all these. Why is the government and why is the system prioritizing immigrants? Why can't the citizens of the country be prioritized? It's not even about them getting the home advantage. It's about them just getting the fair and equal treatment. If you've watched the videos of the protests, then you can surely tell that there was no fair treatment there. Otherwise, those are just my thoughts about this topic. I'd really want to know what your thoughts are concerning this topic. Please tell me what you think about all this in the comment section, and if at all you disagree with me, then please just let me know, but be respectful. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, then I'd ask you to give it a thumbs up and also consider supporting this channel through subscribing to the channel. That way I'll be motivated to make more videos. Otherwise, I hope to be seeing you in the next video. Bye.